Hello, I am Professor Megadon. Now, we will be focusing on monster species, and sometimes certain members of said species, in order to help you survive and maybe thrive within the new world today, considering how drastic changes have been. So, without further ado, let's get right to it, shall we? Today's species will be on one that is more or less a certain subspecies, Muruchi. The difference between them is more or less upon physical traits, but everything else remains the same. For example, both Muruchi species are capable of either scavenging or scaring or even fighting other monsters away from carcasses, as you could see here with the Zomaruchi against a Melba, and the fight doesn't seem to be going the Melba's way. And given that they are also water monsters, they can also be out of the water for extended periods of time, especially in forest environments that have much water like jungles and rainforests, which they seem to prefer nowadays, especially given how much more food is around there than in the seas, at least in certain areas. However, certain monsters have been able to adapt and, well, for the most part, keep out of their way and keep out of sight, as you see here. However, given that they live in the water, there are monsters that are afraid of them, as you see here with the Zelikid. However, it's afraid for another reason, another competitor. As you see, Zomaruchis aren't the only monsters that live in the water, and whenever they seek to expand or claim new territory, they will either be shunned or ignored or even thrown out of the water entirely. And those that don't find new territory quick, or rather are strong enough, will become food for other monsters. A quick turnaround. Now, when entering coastal zones or rainforested areas, be sure to either be camouflaged or out of the area, or else you may become fish food.